Alright guys, so I'm back finally with an actual review on the Trek Marlin 7 2018 15.5 inch frame, 27.5 inch tires. I'm a really short rider, so I had to get the tiny one. I got about 100 miles on it now, so I can speak a little bit better about how it runs and so on and so forth. What are you looking at? But let's go right into it. So I grabbed a couple of accessories. I gotta move this. This is supposed to go behind your seat, hold my wallet and keys and stuff like that, but my seat rides so low that it just doesn't fit right there. Right, so I'm gonna have to find a better spot for that because my leg ends up hitting it. It's a really bad spot for it. But I added a cell phone mount to the front of the bike. Yeah, black and red. Goes good with the bike. Looks good. That way there I can run Strava and see my messages and stuff while I'm riding, use my Bluetooth to respond. And it seems great. So for the last 100 miles I've been doing a little bit of different riding styles. I rode the rail trails for about 30 miles. I had the forks unlocked. As you can see the dirt marks from the wear, and the dirt that I put on it. I gotta clean her up a little bit. Still got some mud spray from when we rode, but I rode this whole time with the forks unlocked. So I think in the next review I'm gonna do, we'll talk about my ride once I lock the forks, for like the road riding to the rail trails and so on and so forth. I did a few rides to a local mountain. It was like a 7.5 mile ride. It's probably half that incline and then half that descent. This thing performed phenomenal. I'm sort of extremely out of shape because it's the beginning of the season. I'm really short. I weigh 200 pounds, so I'm kind of doing this as like a weight loss type deal, and it handled my weight real well, and it just performed better than any other bike I've ever owned. And I've never really gotten into the professional bikes. Most of the stuff I bought was mostly like Walmart specials or BMX bikes, but this is really by far one of the most phenomenal bikes I've ever ridden. But then again, I'm sure they get better as you go on in price and so on and so forth. But it's a great bike, and I suggest anybody that's in an entry-level beginner mountain biker, just looking to lose some weight, maybe you're a heavier, shorter rider, this is definitely the one to go with. If you guys have any questions, if you'd want to know any certain specific details about the bike, or maybe about how it rode, or some things that might have happened along the way. For example, I noticed when I went to go put my cell phone mount on that the bolts for the reflectors on both the front and the back had loosened up from riding. That's normal though. I mean, even the bike shop that I go to told me to bring it in after about 10 hours of riding so that they could tune it up and tighten everything, and quite honest, I put way more than that on, but I don't want to give it up yet. It's just starting to get beautiful weather, go out, so I kind of just went over everything myself to make sure everything was still tight, nothing was loosening up too much, and yeah, I went from there. Only thing I do have to say about this though is this seat. It's a comfortable seat for about 5 miles. After that, I mean, mountain bikes aren't really designed, I guess, for you to be sitting on it the whole time, but on that 20-mile ride that I did, I sat quite a bit on the ride home, and I got saddle butt like you wouldn't believe. I mean, it just hurt, you know, from riding it for so long. So that's probably the only complaint I've had, but I guess that's to be expected when you're a little midget that's fat. Just kidding, guys. Hey, I hope you enjoyed the review. Hope it's not too long or too repetitive. Like I said, if you have any questions, just shoot me a comment. Thanks, guys.